Hello, everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. How are you guys all doing this lovely evening?
Hello, fantastic. How are you?
Good. Is that a headband or a hat?
It's a headband. I was working out during a fitness stream earlier, and I've been doing things ever since. I haven't had time to change. Keeps all the hair out of my face though, and hopefully the sweat away. But who knows?
Nice. How are you guys doing? Anna, you're clearly in a different place. What's going on with you?
I am in LA because I am scheduled to go on a panel about women in film at Digital Hollywood, which is a conference.
Fun.
Does this mean you'll be making another Disneyland trip?
It usually would, Neil, but the time that I would have spent at Disneyland, I have spent playing D&D and will continue to spend playing D&D.
Aw,
That's okay.
that's a nice sacrifice you made.
I know. That's how much I love D&D. But I am going to be back in Anaheim in like 4 days. Well, I'll come home tomorrow and then have 4 days and then come back because it was just announced that I'm hosting Heroes at BlizzCon. So maybe I can steal away during one of those days.
Exciting.
I forgot BlizzCon was coming up next week.
Yeah, so you're not going then, huh?
Not this year.
I'm trying to go. Hopefully. I still have to get a ticket.
Wait, next week? Okay, you scared me for a moment.
No, 2 weeks. Come on, Trump. You know when BlizzCon is.
I know, but
Time every
you
year.
just said next week, and I was like, wait a second, no.
Well, I figured if she was headed back in 5 days, then it would be next weekend.
You're spending a long time down here for that then.
Yeah.
Is that normal to be when you're hosting BlizzCon to be here for that long?
No.
Or
Well, BlizzCon is the only convention that has me out that long, and it extends by like a couple days every year. So I'm hoping it'll hit like a critical mass sometime soon.
they're like, soon it'll be like 2 months. They're like, excuse me, we need you back in September. Thanks.
I'm like, I have a full-time job, you guys. Come on. But I mean, it's so fun. Yeah, it was originally going to be like 14 days, but I'm only going to be there, I think, 12 now.
Wow. That's still a lot. They must have you doing a lot then while you're there.
We have opening week, which is like preliminary matches and intermediate and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
So
we
you're
usually-
there for all that.
Yeah, and then we usually have like 2 days that are like moving days because we're usually in Burbank or something for studio work, and then we move over to the Anaheim Convention Center and then do a couple more rehearsals, and then we do the actual BlizzCon thing.
Got it. Makes
So it's
sense.
good that-
So you're involved in that whole process.
Oh, sorry, my room service just got here. I'll be right.
Well, Jen, how are you doing? You excited?
Doing great. Yes. I booked my flight to go to Florida during the Christmas time.
Why are you
gonna-
going to Florida?
I'm going to see my old friend Brandy. I don't know if anyone remembers her.
Is she
She
married to
used to
Steven?
be- Yes, with Jossum Art.
I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, so she used to be in Girls of StarCraft with me, and she was the first person that I started doing interviews with it was MLG Columbus in 2011, I think. And I'm actually the one who introduced her to Jossum Art, which was one of my moderators at some Toronto event, which was near where he lived. And I made her come so that we do content together for Girls of StarCraft. I introduced them. Today they're married. It's been years. And now I'm visiting them in Florida.
Fantastic.
I haven't seen them in years. We're going to hang out together, the three of us. I even told my parents that I was going to Florida and they were jealous for Christmas time. So I told them they can come along, but that I will be chilling with my friends. So they're coming as well.
I don't think I've seen them since like IPL 4.
Who?
Long time ago.
Oh, Brandy and
Steven, yeah.
Steven,
Awesome.
yeah. It's going to be so cool. So I'll have my family there as well as them there. And then I'll escape for 3 days with Brandy to go to Disneyland. And then I'll think of Anna. If you have recommendations, Anna, for how to handle Orlando's Disneyland, I will take them.
Do I have recommendations?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
You're muted.
is that I actually have a hotel timeshare there that I want to use one day that I've had literally for 2 years now that I got just specifically so I could go to Disney World one day.
Dude, we should make a group trip.
You can
Let's
come.
please. I apparently have a nice hotel, Anna. Let's do it. Disney.
Got it.
Come for Christmas time with us.
Christmas time? I will consider it. Is it
For real?
pretty warm there?
Yeah, it's Florida. Like when I told them I'd like to visit them during like summertime, they told me like, no, Jen, you're gonna die. Because my skin is so white that I would like literally burn. And-
That's actually where I did my flight attendant training for a month in the summer.
Florida?
I didn't burn to death, but yeah, I was inside most of the time. So,
Yeah.
but it was fun. I definitely wouldn't live in Florida, but it was kind of cool. Like I got to stay in a hotel for a month and do training. So that was fun. But no Disney World.
Jeff and I went in for our honeymoon in December. So I was there during Christmas time-ish.
At Orlando or at the Disney
Yeah, in
World?
Orlando.
Ooh, so you totally have advice for me.
Oh yeah, girl.
We're gonna be talk. I'm excited. And I'm the one who insisted. I was like, Brandy, I wanna go to Disneyland World. And she was like, you don't wanna go to Busch Gardens? I'm like, no, I want the rides and the magic and like Indiana Jones and Space Mountain.
That reminds me, I got the best compliment. I tweeted about this, so you may have seen
Yeah,
it.
Yes, that was so sweet.
I was in line at the airport, and the woman behind me goes, she looks me up and down, and she goes, "Do you work for Disney?" And I was like, no, but and there was actually this moment where, like, in my my gut response was like, yes, but that was totally a lie. And then I was like, what? There's got to be some way that's true, like some affiliation. Nope, I don't work for Disney.
Oh my god, there was something
In
super
my heart, I do.
about Disney. Right? It's super weird. So I used to do YouTube content, right? I haven't done stuff in years, but I'm still affiliated with like a partners program.
Mhm.
And apparently they got sold to Disney somehow. And now I got my second ever check of like $50 posted to me. And it came into a Disney envelope as if I'm being paid by Disney. So I'm a
You
princess.
technically work for Disney.
Huh?
I said you
Then you
technically work for Disney.
I work for Disney. Kind of.
Man.
I got like $34 after all
I-
the taxes and changes stuff.
I have a couple friends that work for Disney, and my friend, she played Belle. And my gosh, some of her pictures and the dresses she's worn, I'm just like,
I almost there was a good month when I was 18 that I almost moved to LA just to be a Disney princess and made that my like thing.
That's crazy.
yeah. Well, apparently it's funny. Like I always thought you'd have to be like tall model to do stuff like that, but they actually look for shorter people because they want you to be the size of like the kids, so you can.
Aw.
I knew all the height requirements, all the eye color requirements.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Snow White has to
So
be like
which
between
princess
5'1" and
would-
5'3".
Which princess would you have been, Anna?
I could have been Cinderella or a Sleeping Beauty, which is odd.
Really?
I don't look like either one of those, but it's all about just like specific feature colors.
So like, what could I be?
Do you have brown eyes?
No, they're blue, but like dark blue.
And you could probably be similar to me. I could also do, I think, oh no. But anyway, this is
Yeah, so I couldn't be like Belle because she has brown eyes.
nice. Yeah.
Damn it!
I mean,
She's
I
my
That,
favorite.
that would be my thing. I'd probably want to be Belle. I
You
love
could totally be Belle.
but
What
now,
would you be, Neil?
now I'm pretty sure I could be Anna, which would be like my dream.
Oh yeah, totally Anna.
Nice.
Very fitting.
Which princess would you be, Trump? Which is
I'm
your
trying to look
favorite?
up the fox name. I'd be the Zootopia fox.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of,
You
how
know
are you
that
doing,
movie?
Trump? How's
I'm good.
Texas?
Been playing a lot of Civ 6. Civ 6 comes out this week. I'll be playing a lot of it when it comes out.
I've been really excited to play. Is it everything I've ever dreamed it would be?
Probably. I think so.
I've never played any of those games yet. I want to try it one day.
Civilization's good. It's the game that you start playing and then look at the clock and 6 hours have passed, and you're like, really? Really?
Well, the highlight of my day was that I got picked to be Yelp Elite, which was really cool. I started 3 years ago doing reviews and stuff, but then it's just a lot of work. And, as a flight attendant, so I was traveling a lot, so I stopped doing them and I never applied for it. But the last couple months, I've just been like, review. And it was really cool that they like, oh yeah, you were on our radar. Definitely want you as Yelp Elite. I was like, okay, cool. So it was just kind of cool to get that because it's like it'd be cool to do that one day. So Jen will be next.
Yeah, I am next. I'm invited to a Halloween Yelp party called Yelp-Loween.
I just think it's cool because it's like I'm a total foodie anyways, and it's cool. Like, I don't know, I feel like my reviews kind of matter, and then being Yelp Elite, like they take you a little more seriously.
So, like, did you get any perks out of it yet besides looking cool on Yelp?
There's like monthly events that they invite you to, and then I don't know what else. You're supposed to get like perks for eating out and stuff, and invited to these like exclusive events. So
Yeah, I want restaurant openings where like they're super stressed out because they're gonna get my
yeah.
I want to be Gordon Ramsay.
Give her everything,
Yeah, I want to be Gordon Ramsay. That's what I want to. I want to throw like the plate and be like, "This is unacceptable." It's raw.
Evil Albert coming out there.
It's raw. Sorry. All right, I'm done.
All right, are we all good and ready to start?
Yes.
Do it. Let's recap first.
That's the next part. You want to start it off?
No.
Trump wants to start it off, though, right? V wants to do the recap. All right, Jen, you're literally the only person left.
All right. Well,
I can figure out something. Wait. So let's.
Okay, I'll go off vaguely what I remember. We sailed off the island and went north.
Yes.
Sailed off the icy continent, I should say. We stopped by a small village, purchased enough rations to go through the east side in order to get to Brimstone, the Fire Incarnate. We found out that getting trapped in the ship does not cause death.
Yeah, that was a good learning.
Mm-hmm.
But you would run out of air if you stayed there for too long. Takes
Yep.
a while though, so it's fine. And then, at some point, we ran into a sinking ship.
Ah.
And that's where we ended. We boarded the sinking ship, knowing it was magically somehow emanating something. Then we fought tables and bedposts, and they're super dangerous. We almost died, but didn't. Then we fought more tiny chests. Still didn't get any loot, so I'm really upset right now. And Trump lost his mace because it got stuck to a stupid little chest thing. So we're gonna need to get that back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I'm really
Yeah.
pissed.
To be clear, the chests were actually creatures that looked like chests. They were not actual chests that contained anything. We spent a
Yeah,
lot.
like the shitty kind of chest. Chest with nothing in it. What the hell? And they stick they stick to things and steal your stuff. Horrible chests.
Except when they walk around, then they don't stick to the ground for some reason.
Yeah.
And my knee got horribly crushed
Yes, it did.
and needs quite some healing.
Okay, so
And we leveled up. Well, some of us. I did. More important. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I did. I double leveled up, so I was super stoked about that.
oh wow.
Whoop whoop. I think Anna leveled up too, no?
Mhm.
Yay. So now you're level 6? 7? 6? 6. 6. And I'm level 5 wizard and 6 thief, which means I unlocked an additional non-weapon proficiency, as well as level 3 spells, which are super exciting. And now I really, really need more wizard books to become super, super cool.
Okay. You were going to learn 3 spells, potentially?
Yes.
So
Yes.
what is your chance to learn a spell?
I think it's 70. Let me check.
Okay, so
75.
75. D100, 75 or lower on which spell first?
Wait, I want to just remind you that last episode I learned color spray, so this should be added as a level 1 spell and explained in function.
I don't know what you mean.
I rolled for color spray last session before leveling up.
Right. Yeah. You got color spray already, right?
Oh, you already added it to my list?
Yes. It should be on your list.
I'll refresh. Nope.
Alright, let me find it then.
Yay. Okay, but I can still roll. So
Yeah. What are you going to learn?
I will start by trying to learn invisibility 10 feet, aka invisibility for the whole party. It seems like a good choice.
Yeah.
Is it 10 feet? 10 whatever. Invisibility.
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. So, rolling D100.
Color spray's in
Lady?
your spell book. Oh, no, that's starting spell book.
Oh.
Send me a link to your list of spells, because I can't seem to find it.
Okay.
And then tell me which, yeah, D100, 75 or lower for...
Rolling. I'm so scared. T100. Hey! I have
Nice.
invisibility, 10-foot radius, team power thing.
Fantastic. And what else are you going to do?
I'm gonna do fireball.
75 or lower?
No!
Oh.
It was my only chance to be a powerful wizard. Fine. I'm gonna roll for monster summoning.
Hey.
I really want it. Woo!
Ooh, just barely.
I got it. It was actually the one I wanted most because I think monster summoning seems like the most awesome spell ever. There's like a 1% chance of rolling random adventurers from somewhere else in the land, and then they spawn as my monsters in the fray, which seems like a great, crazy moment. And that's why I chose it.
Dude, yeah, they could be like other characters from other campaigns.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know how crazy Neil could get. Ooh, it's gonna be Pimper Neil. Or not.
Could be. Okay.
So those were my... so I don't have fireball. God damn
No
it.
fireball. But invisibility 10-foot radius.
Yeah. And monster summoning. It was
Monster
really tough
summoning
choosing
1.
my spells.
And invisibility with 10-foot radius. Excellent. So, currently, someone is badly wounded. Right? V's badly wounded and needs a repair injury spell. Otherwise, she's at minus, what is it? No move and -2 attack just for the next, 3 months.
So no like healing spell can heal that. It has to specifically be injury.
A repair injury or greater spell. That is the lowest level healing spell that will do it. Does anyone have a repair injury spell?
What level spell is that?
That's a 3rd level healing spell. I think.
That's correct.
Do you have it?
I do not.
Crappity.
You do not? Didn't you use that on Anna?
I did.
Okay.
I do not have it today.
Ah! Yeah, you were being a scary one.
So, you guys are back on the boat. The listing ship is beside you, still kind of at that awkward angle. You've tied your ship onto it so you guys don't drift away accidentally. Got a gangplank running over it. The stairway down to the hold is open. There's not really a door on it, so it's just kind of open there. None of the chests have followed you guys out. The door to the captain's room is hanging open as well. You seem to have killed everything in there that could be a threat to you. What do you guys do?
All right. Is anyone wounded in terms of hit points, and how badly?
I'm feeling half of my size. Self.
Ew.
Whatever. Pretty much. I'm feeling
Okay. Albert, I start healing you 1 hit point at a time. For 6. And then I'll heal. Are you hurt at all, Trellis?
Yes. My knee is broken.
Well, yes.
Okay, so you're talking about my overall health is
Yeah.
at... Wait, where did it go?
I'll, in the meantime,
I'm
roll a.
hurt for 24, 14, 19 points.
Okay, I'll cure moderate on Trellis, and I'll cure moderate on Fehana. Trellis and Fehana both gain 3.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
And then I will heal 2 more points on Trellis and 3 more points on Fehana.
Okay.
And that is all my healing for the day. I'm going to need to rest, and I will be able to repair your terrible injury the morning, Trellis.
How many points did you say just now for me? Was it 2 or 3?
It was 3 and then 3 more.
And for me, it was 3 and 5. Got it. All right. Thank you for that.
Okay.
For you,
So-
it was 3 and 2, Trellis. To equal 5.
Yeah, 3 and 2. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
Got it.
So, sometime later, after Temriel has healed up a few people, still attached to this ship.
Yep. I'll keep an eye out and kind of just sit on the top watching that ship.
For how long?
Until I start preparing my spells in about 10 hours.
Alright, so you guys are just gonna kick it for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm also
If
gonna
you can
prepare
find-
spells for tomorrow's mighty.
I also look down into the ocean. Do I have a general idea of how deep it is?
Greater than 50 feet.
You can see Can you see the coast from here?
I think you guys are probably within view of the coast.
Okay, so
maybe
it's-
if you climb a mast, you'll be able to see the coastline.
Got it. So if I were to guess, since we're near the coast, it would not be as deep as some oceans would be.
Right, you're not near Mariana's Trench,
Okay.
but I don't even know how deep the Atlantic Ocean is in the middle of it.
We raised the gangplank as well, but we still keep the tide. I imagine during these number of hours, we keep a close eye on whether or not that ship is actually sinking.
I'm asking the party if tomorrow they want to go back after the mace because I prepare my spells this way.
Why, of course, we will go in guns blazing.
All right, sounds good. Do we notice that it's still sinking or did it stagnate, Neil?
It was never really sinking, it was just kind of tipped to one
Okay.
side.
Sounds good. Preparing spells. I repeat, preparing spells.
You guys have a slow day for the rest of the day, except for Trellis, who is in agonizing pain as her shattered knee is just like throbbing and bleeding and aching and maybe probably getting infected.
I try to keep her company and like tell her stories to keep her mind off it.
Through grit teeth, I listen.
Can I roll for how good my stories are?
You can roll. Give me a charisma
Yeah.
check.
I haven't used my charisma. What is it? 15. Ooh, that's great. Oh.
It's not the greatest story in the world, but you gave it a lot of heart.
And through that heart meant a lot. So it does help distract me from the pain a bit.
Good.
Thought that matters.
Relationship building,
Okay. The day turns into afternoon, into evening, and into night. The crew sleeps uneventfully and wakes the next morning to find the ship still exactly where it was. Both of you guys have managed to drift down the coast a little bit and a little bit closer to shore, but you're still miles and miles away. And by the way, the Atlantic Ocean is 4 kilometers deep at average, 8 kilometers deep at maximum, 8.5.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, next morning, you guys wake up. The boat is right there.
So, good morning, everybody. I feel we should first off heal our buddy over there that got her leg crushed. Trellis.
That's right, and of course. I have prepared repair injury, and I lay my hands on her knee, and I will sew that right up.
Cleaning out all the infection first, though, right?
Of course.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well done, Tamriel.
Good job.
Looks like that also comes with a bonus heal. That much. Of 3.
Beautiful.
Do you happen to have more of that Horizon?
Why, yes, I have prepared 45 casts of Horizon today.
Oh,
Oh.
holy cow.
Well, I'm available for.
I cast Horizon on Albert until he doesn't look wounded, and then I cast Horizon on Vehana until she doesn't look wounded, and I cast Horizon on Trellis until she doesn't look wounded.
That's 5 from me. Thank you.
I will take 2.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And Trellis, how many hit points are you down?
I am down 14.
Okay, then I've cast Horizon 21 times. I have 23 casts left.
I'm healed.
It's wonderful. So, guys, I dreamt about a new technique and I feel like I have mastered this spell. And I feel it's going to be so useful for this encounter. I rub
What
my
is it?
hands together excitingly because I can't wait to cast the spell.
What
I
kind of
announced to you that the Great Albert has discovered the invisibility spell. With it, we
Wow.
will not be seen. We will be able to navigate through the things without getting attacked. It will be wonderful.
That will be incredibly useful, especially with the orb.
I have also decided to combine it with a cat's grace spell that I will be able to bestow upon one of you lucky people so that you make less noise and are more agile and dodge more if you're revealed. We're gonna have to determine who is the lucky cat.
I have to say, this sounds very useful.
And finally, I have discovered colored spray. I still don't know what it does, but we'll see once I do it. I think you're not supposed to look at it, by the way. So avoid looking up if you foresee some awesome looking lights, don't look at them. It's bad.
What's the point of color if you cannot see it?
It's for the enemy. They will daze and gaze until they die and weep. Well, they weep and after they die. And we weep of joy. For I am the great Dark Albert with my new spells.
I give her like kind of a
Bye.
begrudging clap.
Dark Albert is satisfied.
Okay. So, you now have your spells. You now are rested and healed. What are you going to do?
During the... I talk with the group. So, when we fought those chests, did those chests look like they had anything metal on them?
They looked like they had
I
that.
actually could have I saw them myself. Did they have metal?
On the chests?
Yeah.
It looked like they did, yeah.
Great.
But they are not chests. They just look like chests.
When we killed one of them, and then there was the metallic part, did it feel like metal?
What do you mean? Like, you never really touched one.
There was someone who poked it a lot. Like, did it make a metal sound when they hit it with a stick?
No.
Every time I touched it, it stuck to me.
Yeah, most of the chests look to be wood, though. You know, the metal is just on the clasps that would raise and lower it, and on the front where you would lock it.
Right. It just seemed useful that if it were metal, that I would prepare heat metal. But I don't think it's metal, so I won't prepare heat metal.
Okay.
So, how do you guys want to tackle it? I'm thinking I cast Cat's Grace on someone brave who feels like walking around silently. And then we still all go invisible, but that person is somehow more protected so they can lead the way.
Well, the way I see it, it'll be quite simple. We walk in, and then we blast the chests to smithereens. Especially since you are a powerful wizard, Albert. Your magics will be in need, as conventional weaponry doesn't seem to work.
Well, this is why I figured we could avoid fighting them with invisibility and get what we need and then leave.
Okay. The mace, after all, is stuck to a dead chest. Do we have a sense on how much a chest weighs?
A normal chest, you have an idea of how much that would weigh, but one of these chests, you're not sure.
When the poking test was done, one of them was immovable by poking it. That would give a sense of the weight.
You couldn't move it with a poke.
With a prod?
It did not move with a poke or a prod. You are unsure of its weight. I would say over 30 pounds.
Okay. Well, we will probably need to defeat all the enemies in order to get back the weapon, unless you can think of a way to get the weapon unstuck from the chest.
What if let's say we are invisible, we grab the chest and leave without fight? Wouldn't that work?
That might work.
I'm pretty sure we can carry a chest all together while being invisible, right? We're not like the chest will stupidly float. Yes, but besides that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine furniture is that intelligent.
I can. Maybe I can even cast an improve. No, that doesn't work. I can't cast improve phantasmal force and then cast invisibility, correct? Could I?
Casting improved phantasmal force from invisibility would break your invisibility, and casting invisibility after improved phantasmal force would break your improved phantasmal force.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Never mind. That idea doesn't work.
Will your concentration be broken when your hands are stuck to this chest, Albert?
We should probably use some cloth to protect ourselves from getting stuck forever.
That makes sense. In addition, have you figured out whether or not these chests are magical or not, Albert?
Yes, they are, of course.
Okay. I wonder how Dispel Magic would work on this.
May work. So we have multiple options. Either we go in and scout invisibly, but as soon as we get detected or want to do a combative move, we're gonna get detected and then we have to fight. Or we go in normally and we cast invisibility in case of issue and then leave.
I
feel
will.
we should go ahead.
Fehana's just kind of sitting in the corner and she's just kind of like tapping her foot or like looking bored, and she's like, I must interject that furniture is not our primary goal. I think we should execute this as quickly as possible and continue.
Of course. It's just that this furniture happens to be somewhat deadly. Is there anything you can do to help us, Fehana? You seem to be a melee
No,
combat
they're
fighter.
very sticky. When I kick them, I stick.
Shall you simply cheer us on from the sidelines then?
I will cheer. I will
But if-
say, go fast so we can do something important. It's good.
How about being invisible and just looking at what's in the ship and then leaving with the chest and the mace?
Okay.
That sounds good for a base level, and then sounds good. Let's do that.
I feel we should explore a little bit while we're
Yes.
invisible.
It is a magical ship. Perhaps it has magic treasure inside.
It must have magic treasure from all the people that came in.
Maybe we're the first.
I bet we aren't. Alright, so who wants to be graced with the cat of a cat's grace?
Is there any... Shouldn't you give that to the archer?
I could give that to someone who has low dexterity. So that... they have enhanced dexterity.
Does it improve someone's dexterity if it's already high?
Yes, but there's a maximum of 18.
Oh.
Oh, no, a maximum of 20.
Well, I'm sure Trellis would be the best beneficiary of that, since she is the only one who can attack with great grace.
Sure. I will bestow upon you the cat's grace for 1 hour per level, so you have 5 hours of being a cat. I touch Trellis on the shoulder, look at her deep in the eyes, and go, there you go. It is done.
I kind of give you a look. Like I tilt my head and just look at you kind of off. Like, okay.
It's the spell's description. Why are you looking at me weird?
I have never seen this before,
It's
but
the spell's the description, Neil. You don't need to read it.
Would you roll a d6 for how much dex you give her?
Sure. Five.
Nice.
So how
You're-
much dexterity do you have now?
It can max out at 20.
Yeah. So you're now at 20 dex elf. Rogue thing.
I don't know, what was your dex before she did that?
1 sec. Okay, so my dex was 13 before.
So it is 18 now, which should give you a +4 to your armor class temporarily, and a +2 to hit temporarily with your bow.
Hold on, let me
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
put that in there.
Does it improve also like her sneaking scores? Like if she wants to walk quietly and stuff?
That is only a thief thing.
Oh.
All right. Well, thief and bard and ranger.
Isn't she?
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat
Spider.
that? So I have +5. So I've. This is just temporary though.
This is just for the
5
next
hours.
like hour or two in game.
No, it's for the next 5 hours.
Next 5 hours in game, you get a bonus of 4 to your armor class and a bonus of 2 to your bow, or anything that you throw.
Okay, so +2 to hit. Got
Yep.
it.
All right. 4 of you are all healed up. You're all geared up. You've got your spells. You've got your enchantments going for you.
Yeah, I picked up my old mace from the hold.
Okay. Where's the other ship? You know it lurks below it.
So let's get onto the ship and I'll make us invisible if that suits you. Beware! We won't be able to see each other at that point, so we should probably hold hands. And beware! If you start fighting, you won't be invisible anymore. And beware! You shouldn't cast any spells either, because it's going to break the invisibility.
Do we need to stay in a certain range of you?
I don't think so. Let me see. Crap, it's not added to my spell list yet.
You might have to refresh because it should be added.
Okay, I got it. All creatures within 10 feet of the recipient, but it doesn't say, like, if you need to stay in the 10 range.
Any affected creatures moving out of the area become visible.
Okay, so you need to stay around me, correct?
Mm-hmm. Within 10 feet, 3 meters.
Okay, so let's all hold hands and don't touch any furniture.
Right.
So, everyone grabs onto Dark Albert.
Wait, did you say if I cast any spell and the invisibility will wear off?
Yes.
Of just him or all of us?
No, just
Anyone
him.
casting a spell or making an attack, the invisibility will break for them.
Oh, for everyone or just for them?
For the
them.
person who was invisible.
Yeah. Okay.
For the individual.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Right. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Well, the plan is to sneak down into the hold and then sneak past the furniture to see if there's any treasure past them.
All right. What is your marching order? Who is going in first?
I'd suggest that it's Trellis and myself, because right now we're the highest dex from the party.
Yeah, and I'll follow up last because all I'm planning on doing is keeping a watchful eye for anything that we can loot.
So, the stairs will only accommodate one person down, like one person side by side. So who is the first person down? And then who's directly behind them and behind them and behind them? I like an exact order.
Trellis first, Dark Albert second, Tamriel third, me fourth.
Okay. Perfect. So, and you're all holding on to the person in front of you? Is that how everyone's staying in a line?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like looking behind, so I'm like holding on to Tamriel, but like, you know, keeping an eye behind me.
Got it. All right, you guys head down the staircase, turn around, and there you see the kind of shadowy, darkish hold down here. A little bit of light filters in through the boards from above and what comes down the staircase and flecks back in. You see the same sight as before. There are dozens of old boxes falling apart, 2 tables with 4 chairs underneath, the remains of an old candlestick stuck to this chandelier that's above the 2 tables, and maybe a half dozen chests in good condition scattered about, except for one, which is flattened like a flan near the staircase.
I invisibly look at them with disgust.
Does that thing that's smashed have a mace on top of it?
No.
Aha, I knew it. I don't say it because I don't want to do anything.
So, your front, Trellis, what are you doing? You're
Is
first
it
on
too
duty.
dark? Is it dark enough that we don't see anything, or we can still see pretty much?
You can still see.
I just observe the area. Do I need to do a perception check for what I see, or?
Sure.
Is there any obvious exit out of this room?
Just the one that you came in. There's also the 2 doors that lead to the kitchen and the crew area. Fantastic, Trellis. You are positive that you have the lay of the land. There's a couple of tables and a bunch of boxes, and there's nothing of importance down here. But wait a minute. Where are your friends? They're not behind you. You can't find them anywhere.
I'm
Everyone's
obviously feeling a little still delirious after my knee injury. I haven't quite mentally come back yet.
Timuriel's words from above remind you that the plan was to go deeper in.
I continue to walk through,
Right.
oblivious of all that's around me.
I look around me as I walk, by the way. I wouldn't just like blindly follow.
I would keep your guys' eyes out. My mind seems to be a little hazy right now.
So my intention, Neil, would be to never ever step on any piece of furniture or bump into any of it, for sure. And
Yeah.
I'm looking
That's a
for
given.
like another room that we could go in.
Sure. So you guys head towards the towards the
back.
front of the ship, but towards the back of the room.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out. Trellis makes it all the way to the back, and there's just these boxes and these chests and tables and chairs and chandelier and dust, bits of candle, kind of old rotting rope.
As much as I think we should check things out, I'm a little hesitant because things might attack us down here. So I don't know if you guys are ready for a fight, but just beware if you touch anything, it could attack you first.
An invisible voice comes out.
I don't think you actually want to say that. I thought you were monologuing for a moment.
Yeah. I would have told you guys not to talk.
Yeah.
Don't talk
I
to-
kind of use my hand that's ahead to motion forward.
No one can see.
Person ahead of me. No, I mean, because we're holding hands.
We're holding hands.
I'm
right?
like
Oh,
shoving them lightly.
I stopped talking. I don't talk. I was talking in my head.
So we all motion forward with our hands to
Alright,
the
well,
next person in front.
Trellis is now at the front of the ship, the back of the room, and there's nothing back here but more boxes and dust and chandeliers and chairs and tables and candle wax and rotting rope.
I kind of guide the person in front of me towards one of the rooms you said.
Those are the other. Those are the back of the front of the room, the back of the boat, the kitchen, and the crew's quarters, which you had investigated yesterday. They were just burned out hulls of.
Oh, so that's all there is to this room.
Yeah.
Well, while we're here, I look around for my mace, I guess.
Give me a perception check, please.
Does it look like the box is open?
Some of so there's the chests and there's the boxes. The boxes are old and falling apart. Some of them you can see into. Some of them are cracked open. Others are still intact. With a 21, you look about and do not find your mace anywhere.
So I guess I'm gonna pull back on Trellis to signal moving backwards as I start moving backwards as well.
I guess everyone's
I turn around and move backwards. I follow Jen.
Like where we used to be at the beginning. Or like exiting this room.
I count the number of chests in the room and how many chests attacked us yesterday.
There are currently 5 chests in the room, and then the one chest that's kind of melted like butter.
And all 5 chests moved towards us yesterday in that nightmare, yes?
No, it was pretty hazy. It was epic combat, and people were almost dying, and you lost your mace. And whatever you remember is what you remember.
Okay.
So I'm walking back.
I know there was at least 3 that attacked us.
I'm walking back towards other rooms in the ship to see if we can move around and see that. Is there anything else besides that room?
Nope, it's just this big open room where you'd store all the crap on the boat, and then
That's
the 2 other rooms, the kitchen and the crew's quarters, and that's it.
That we already visited
Right.
and conquered.
And then the captain's quarters upstairs, and that's it.
Did we visit that?
Yesterday, not today.
Yeah, we didn't see anything yesterday.
No.
So I guess we go back into the front of the boat anyway. Like I'm signaling people to back out. So we end up outside.
Okay, you guys can all be outside.
And then I whisper, so we don't see anything.
Yes, we should probably revisit the old areas that we had last time. Let's take a quick walk around all those areas.
Yeah, we can do that invisible. The only thing that stops the spell is whenever we do something attacking. So we have as much time as we want, and we can even talk.
Okay, let's continue.
So where are you going? Right now, you exited up onto the top deck of the ship.
Well, first we'll walk to the, I planned this. So let's first walk into the kitchen and then into the captain's quarters, and then let's roundabout here
The
again.
captain's quarters is on the top deck, the kitchen's on the bottom deck.
We already went into the captain's quarters, right?
Yesterday.
We're just gonna do another quick round.
Wait, the kitchen is below the...
Kitchen
room?
is inside, next to the crew's quarters and the main hold. The captain's quarters sit above the kitchen and the crew's quarters.
Okay, well then we'll go to the captain's quarters first, and then the kitchen, and then the crew's quarters.
Let's keep holding hands.
Okay.
It's a better technique.
All right, you guys make your way into the captain's quarters. It's just as you left it. The table's kind of knocked over. The bed is all flattened out. The chest behind the door is all flattened out. The windows in the back of the captain's quarters are greasy and dusty. A few of them are broken. Little bits of broken glass kind of dangling down. There's decaying papers and bedspreads in here.
So we don't find anything here.
Yeah, you give it a good look over and you don't see anything.
This
Alright.
ship sucks.
Let's go to the kitchen once again.
All right. Guys, still in the same order. Head down in towards the kitchen area. Kitchen's not very big. In fact, Anna, you're at the back. You find yourself kind of pushing against Temriel, trying to get into the kitchen, but there's not enough room for all four of you to be in there at once. The kitchen is blackened and burned by whatever fire kind of tore through this place. However long ago the ship was abandoned by its living crew. There's nothing in here but ash and bits of wood and stone.
And we don't see anything that looks suspicious that we could like move
Give me a
over.
perception check.
I have a terrible perception. Yeah, I'll do it.
You don't see anything.
Yeah, with my one eye.
Mm-hmm. Should get you an eye patch so you can wear it during the show.
I thought she had an eye, or he had an eye patch.
Yeah, but I don't have an eye patch.
Yeah, Jen should have an eye
Oh.
patch.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I would totally wear the eye patch. I also have a coworker who really wants me to get like elf outfit. Not weird.
Okay.
Like ears and
Well,
stuff.
the only remaining place to find is the crew's quarters, and then after that, I suppose we'll have to fight the chests. I suspect that one of the chests is not a chest. I mean, one of the chests is a real chest.
Or one of the boxes contains the loot.
Yes.
There must be a place where they store all their stuff.
Why do you think that there's any treasure at all?
Because they got our treasure.
Okay, you head into the crew's quarters once more, awkwardly filing out of the
Wait,
kitchen.
Wait, before
wait,
going
stop.
in there, I kind of give instructions. If we don't find anything in the crew's quarters, shall we go into the main mimic room and then use our invisibility round to surprise them?
This is a good plan.
Can we take on that many? Your thoughts?
I mean, we could technically try to attract one of them at a time so that we don't fight 5 at the same time.
That makes sense. I don't know how smart these are, but they don't seem terribly intelligent to me.
And then, I mean,
No, they aren't.
you're muted again.
They just seem to hit pretty hard, though.
I also want to warn that I may have a better spell to fight them, but I mean, it's surprise versus slightly better spell. That would only be available tomorrow. So
I think even better is we just try to attract them to the stairwell, and then when they arrive at the bottom of the stairs, we can keep them off while our archer picks them off.
that would be ideal.
Yes.
Perhaps you can even grease up the stairs.
Yes. But how do we attract them?
I will be the bait.
Fantastic.
And then you lead them up the stairs, and then Trellis picks them off with me from afar.
I like this plan.
Okay.
Hey. You guys check out the crew's quarters, and yeah, it's empty. There's nothing in there. Just burned out
Yeah.
crap. Now to enact your plan.
Yeah, we'll end up on the top of the ship then. I mean, the deck.
So the party's going to end up on the deck. This down here that I'm pinging is the down staircase that heads below. So if you would position your token where you want to be above,
This is me, right?
whatever one you can move is you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be me at the bottom of the stairs.
All right. And if you move more than 10 feet away from Jen, who's this guy right here, you lose your invisibility.
So I'm right here right now.
Trellis, are you hanging out way back over here?
Yeah, I kind of keep a little bit of distance.
Wait,
Make sure
so
you have,
would 10 feet away be 2 squares away or 1 square away?
2 squares. Each square is 5 feet by 5 feet.
So if I were here, I'd still be 10 feet away?
Yep.
make sure you have a sight range of the stairs. At least you can shoot down the stairs, Trellis.
Okay. I moved myself over a little bit, so I do have a view, but I am kind of in the back because I can shoot from far.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so Fehana, you are heading down the staircase into the other section of the ship. You get to the bottom of the staircase. Don't know where Dark Albert is, but you're still invisible, so he must be within 10 feet of you.
And
Where
then
you
I yell, "You are not worthy opponents!" and see if anything moves.
Silent as a grave.
Can I see any like pieces of wood or like rocks or anything that I could huck at something?
No, not in this area. Everything seems to have been washed away or knocked away or
I
It's all
stomp my
pretty
feet
sparse.
on the stairs.
makes a loud noise.
I jump here and go, oogity boogity!
It is so.
I still don't see anything.
Mm-mm. Just
My-
the same setup as before. You can see the chests that you thought were mimics before, and they're just kind of still hanging out in the back of the room.
All right, I walk back up and I'm like, hey, can I have a stick or something to hit with?
Here, have this piece of thing that is on the ship already.
Thank
I
you.
don't know what is on the ship, but there must be something she can take.
It's actually pretty barren. Anything that might have been lying around has been washed off the ship from various storms it's been through. There's not just like
no pans,
loose
no
things.
pots, no wooden.
Down in the hold in the back where all the broken boxes are, there are bits of wood. The captain's quarters have some papers and some things, but they're all pretty.
I hand you some coins.
Thank you. I walk back down and I chuck them at the nearest chest.
Says, thank you, my dear, for your donation.
Please make me a perception check.
Ooh.
Ah!
You see the coins smack onto the side of the chest, and then they drop. Fall to the ground.
Do they, when you say smack and then fall, is there like more of a delay than would normally be with a real chest?
Yeah, there's as much of a delay as I just indicated.
So it was kind of sticky.
Uh-huh.
I yell at it, wake up, stupid! I like take a little step closer to it, and I'm just taking like little steps closer and taunting it. I'm getting like, oh, you so stupid, not the chest.
The inanimate object is immune to your taunting.
I yell, guys, it's not working. I am not good bait.
Let's see.
Alright. While you guys ponder how you're going to piss off these chests and get them to come at you, we're going to take a break. We'll see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.